Things are really tough for people who care for friends and family. There's about 7 million unpaid carers in the UK now. And so our survey, our Carers Trust survey, has really revealed that less than a third of those people expect to have any sort of holiday this year. So it's really when we're all looking forward to our summer holidays, sparing a thought for people who live around us in our communities and think about what we can do for them, as well as how we support them through things like fundraising, like the appeal that we're launching today.
And it's incredibly tough work, and so much so that it's just non-stop. As I mentioned, they're working more than 50 hours, and because of the time they dedicate to carers, other things can be left at the wayside, and so when they do get breaks, they're actually carrying out the chores that they can't get to do because they're caring full-time.
That's right, absolutely. We see a peak in our website hits at 1 and 2 in the morning, for example, because that's when they're able to get online and do things that they need to do, just chores, as you say. We find there's enormous pressure on people's home lives, people's marriages, obviously under huge pressure, people's situations at work, people having to give up their job to be able to undertake their caring responsibilities. And so it's really important that we do what we can. And at Carers Trust, we provide lots of services and support across the UK. People can really reach out to us and find lots of support through advice, information. We provide respite breaks, so a bit of support and a bit of time to do some of those other things. Probably chores, like you say, not actually having a rest, but actually just some time to be themselves. We support children who care as well, care for other people in their family, and quite often they need to have time just to be a child.
So what is actually going on? Why then can't people go on holidays?
Well, it's just really about the time and the focus. They don't necessarily have the money, of course. It's as I say, if they've had to give up their work. And actually, you know, the time, if it's at 24/7, then how do they take that break when they're actually, you know, blocked in their home? So one of the things we're asking people to do is to think about donating, giving some funds to Carers Trust so that we can provide more of those services. And we're running this campaign called Britain's Best Breakfast, where actually we're asking people to host a breakfast for their friends and family and think about donating to the Carers Trust to support more carers in your community.
So you spoke about children earlier, and you do hear some really sad and tough stories of the pressures kids are put under so they can look after their parents. I mean, what sort of support do you offer in that respect?
Absolutely. I actually volunteer with the Young Carers Group where in the evenings we spend some time with children who are carers, as you say, either for other siblings or for parents who are disabled. And in that group that I volunteer with, we do arts and crafts, and it's really about letting children be children just for a couple of hours a week.
And what is it you might want even, I guess, the government to do, if there's any way, indeed, the government can help in this respect?
Well, we do work very closely with government, and there was some new legislation brought through earlier in the year called the Care Act, which will support carers more. But, of course, times are tough across the country, and carers, so we're fighting very hard for carers to make sure they get all the support that they can and that the government are aware of all of their needs.
All right, well, listen, Gail, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.
And good luck with the campaign. Thank you.